call the meeting of the Vanilla School Board to order. Note that all board members are present this evening. Item 3, the following concern reports and items of a routine nature normally approved at board meetings and will be approved by one vote unless any board member desires a separate vote on any or all of these items. The consent agenda consists of the discussion, consideration, and approval of the following items. Item A, minutes of the June 26, 2019 special meeting. B, treasurer's report for June 2019. Note that should be 2019. And on item B, item C, activity fund report for June, that should read 2019. So with the modifications to 2019, are there any questions?
Make a motion to approve item 3, A, B, and C.
All right, is there a second?
Second.
I have a motion and a second to approve item 3, items A through C.
Howard?
Yes?
Chester?
Yes.
Smalley? Yes. Hill?
Yes.
Bashford?
Yes. Motion passes 5-0. Item number 4 is legal and financial reports. Item A, vote to approve or not to approve encumbrances number 1 through number 153 in the amount of $686,503.95 from the general fund, number 1 through number 10 in the amount of $41,800 from the building fund, and number 1 through number 11 in the amount of $260,726 from the Child Nutrition Fund, and number 1 through number 22 in the amount of $164,393.74 from the gifts fund. Quite a few items, so we need just a minute to review those. I think there's like 26. It's up a little bit.
What is reality goggles?
They are virtual reality goggles that you wear on the head.
Comes a grant.
Okay.
I've heard a lot about it.
They, like, they're not allowed to let kids have experiences that they may not be able to have. Like, there's a simulator on there where you can like be at the Egypt, pyramids. There's a simulator on there. I mean, they're really, really cool.
I think Mr. Williams probably spoke most about it. That's who I think this from.
Yeah, he's the one that wrote the grant. He's pretty fired up about it.
Yeah.
And it was, it's great. But yeah, it's big.
Good question. Any other questions in regards to those items? If not, I'll open the floor for a motion. I make a motion to approve item 4. It's all right.
Second.
Have a motion and a second to approve item 4.
Howard?
Yes.
Chester?
Yes.
Smalley?
Yes.
Hill?
Yes.
Bashford?
Yes.
Motion passes 5-0. Item 5 is general business. A, discussion and vote to approve or not to approve the personnel report for table action on this item, or vote on each item individually.
No?
How do you guys go about deciding which ones come to this report, as far as which ones you want to bring to hire? Like, all the stuff that you go through to look at whether they qualify, whether they're gonna be good for us?
For new hires?
Yeah.
We gather a pool of applicants, and then, like, if it's a coach or something like that, typically, that would be done by a committee, but like, if it's just a teacher, we'll gather a pool of applicants, the principal will review them, they'll call in their top 4 candidates, interview those people, and then they'll kind of pick their person, and then they'll come and introduce to me, and I'll ask them a few questions. It's kind of,
So, in the business world side of things, and even in the college side of things, for athletics, they look at social media and that kind of thing. Is that something that you guys?
it's the first thing. Like, as soon as I get a name, I'll look it up on Facebook.
Being new to this, I just
Yeah.
didn't know how.
No, absolutely.
How it was all in, how in depth it was, and
I mean, I also do the ODRs, the district court records. It's a huge database. Anybody can go in there and see anything.
And then before they're hired, they have to pass a
Background
background
check.
check. That's done by the state.
Yeah, it's in by OSTO.
It's not just us, the state does that.
it's pretty. I mean, it's
It's pretty intense.
pretty intense, pretty in depth.
So none of these will be doing any extracurricular activities for us, correct? They're just what they're assigned for, like maintenance, kindergarten, paraprofessional.
Does that fill our kindergarten, would that fill our kindergarten pool now?
Yes.
That would be-
Do you still need a middle school English teacher? Or,
I don't think so. I think we're full.
How does the emergency certification work?
So typically, those people have a degree already, and then they have to apply to the state of Oklahoma to get an emergency certificate. And we have to review and make sure they're qualified. So that part of it's on us. Like for history, they have to be like a competent in the field. So you have to review that and make sure that that's correct. And then they submit an application to the state of Oklahoma. I submit an application to the state of Oklahoma, and then that's reviewed by them. They go through a background fingerprint check, and then they go through a certification fingerprint check. So they do a state check, and then they do a federal check. And once that's done, they get put on the board agenda by the state board of Oklahoma. And then the state board of Oklahoma votes to approve or not approve those people on an emergency certificate. And then once they get an emergency certificate, that's for 3 years, and then they have to go through certain steps to complete the certification. So like they have to go take the Oklahoma General Education test, they have to take the Oklahoma Standards test, go get an OPI, that. So they'll take all the tests that a normal teacher would take before they complete the emergency certification.
Double everything, kind of?
It's not really double, because they already have a degree.
Yeah.
It's just like, they will have to take certain education classes to be able to complete the emergency certification. So like, there's more to it. But, anyone that has a current degree can apply for it, get it.
They go through a separate background check for all that too? So they would essentially get 2 background
Yes.
checks and
2 sets of fingerprint.
2 sets of everything.
They can't be finishing their degree, can't they? I mean, can't they be like, trying to do some things?
They just passed a law where we can actually pay student teachers, but there's really not a lot of guidelines out there on how that's legal. Because I called and I was like, well, because like you can't put them on the payroll without them having a teaching certificate number. And pay him. So you'll have to like pay him like a support personnel, or you pay him as a substitute teacher.
So, I mean, my question is, if there's an adult and they're almost, their degree's almost done, like an adult, like a 30-year-old, then are they still qualified to do a certificate?
Yeah, they could
Okay,
do
they
it. If they can't do emergency without having that degree.
They've gotta have their
completed.
degree.
Yes.
Okay. That was my question, if you have to have your degree,
Yeah,
a 4-year degree.
yes, you have to have a 4-year degree before we can put you on the payroll and pay you for the state.
Gotcha.
They will not, I mean, if you do that, it's a break the law. And they won't let us do that. They'll be screaming and hollering and calling, won't they?
So obviously, Mr. Fry probably wouldn't be a emergency certification type thing.
No, he's a
No,
maintenance.
he's a maintenance person.
Any of the other ones, are they all certified already?
No,
Teachers already?
so Ms. Deason has her education degree. She just went to work at a Head Start, like a 3-year-old program, and they didn't require her to have all of the testing done. So she has an education degree. She just never went and took the certification tests. So we did emergency certify her, and she's on the agenda to be approved for the state board. But she actually has a degree, so hers will convert very quickly to a standard certificate.
Paraprofessionals, we don't have them. They're just like contract, not contract, but they're support staff. Yeah, so they're just help. They can't really teach the core subject per se.
We'll direct them on what, like, they may work on certain tasks like matching socks or helping the bicycles, things like that. Usually that's under a teacher's direction. But I would recommend that you approve the personnel report, because that'll get us completely staffed, except for, let's still could use one more janitor.
Any other questions? Not, do we have a motion?
Make a motion, we approve the personnel report.
Is there a second?
Second.
Ms. Tracy?
Hallett?
Yes.
Kester?
Yes.
Smalley? Yes. Hill?
Yes.
Bashford?
Yes.
Motion passes 5-0. Item B, the board will vote to approve or not to approve a lease agreement with Summit Bus for a 2020 71-passenger route bus on a 3-year lease agreement, or table action on this item.
So last year we had 2 buses that we leased from the previous. We bought those buses this summer, but we're still 1 bus short of being able to have like a dedicated activity bus and be able to really service all the kids like we need to. So I called around, I got several different bids. Most of them were for more than this. This was the same company that we used last time. They know exactly how to set the bus up to fit within our system, and it was the cheapest bid by $1,000. So, I did write a grant to try to get an activity bus, but we'll go back to the drawing board on that, try again.
Do we usually go over the 15,000 miles? per year?
That was my question, is like, how many miles we put on one of these bikes?
Good question.
We didn't go over last year. If we need to, we can rotate that thing around and go down the right.
I was gonna say, I thought we'd done the maintenance for the in-town routes.
Right, so plus that keeps them off the dirt roads.
They're getting better, some of them. So it comes with a camera, because we've always put that in before. What about the
Radio.
radio?
It'll be in there.
It comes standard with that? Or
They'll
we had to
put
put
it in. They'll put it in for us all. I think we actually have one we can send them to put it in for us. Because we had one bus the bus that we surplus and sold.
Right, that we
We pulled the
figured
radio
out.
out of it, so we'll just send it down there. Unless they say they won't work. Stop.
So if I was reading it correctly, if there's warranty-related issues that have to be taken care of, does that count against our miles to get it down to them?
I don't know. That's a good question. I never thought, I mean,
Do we service it down there too?
we will take it down there and have service, yes, every summer.
It's just like one year, not a year.
Yeah.
That was just one thing that popped into my mind. I mean, it may sound silly, but if you, every
No,
mile
absolutely.
adds up on leases.
Have to take one down there 4, 5, 6 times for
Yeah.
something. Yeah.
Any other questions on item B?
I guess my only other thing on that is, do we need to have those other bids in the minutes record? Or can we just do this?
This is under 50,000.
Okay.
You read my item.
Okay. I just want to make sure legally we weren't.
No, we're done. Anything under 50, we don't have to have any bids at all.
Okay.
Now, I'm still gonna shop it and get us a list.
Right. And that, I just want to make sure that legally we need to put them in the minutes of the meeting. Okay.
Do I have a motion on item B?
Make a motion to approve item B.
Is there a second? I have a motion and a second to approve item B.
Howard?
Yes.
Chester?
Yes.
Smalley?
Yes.
Hill?
Yes.
Bashford?
Yes.
Motion passes 5-0. Item C, board to consider and take action on a motion approving the renewal of the sublease agreement dated May 1st, 2012 between the district and Nowata County Educational Facilities Authority for the fiscal year ending June 30th, 2020, as required under the provisions of the agreement.
What's that agreement for? I remember it every year, but I forget. It's something to do with so we can accept money.
Yes, the bond, it's a lease purchase for the work that was done, in the series bond that was issued in 12, so we got.
County Commissioners have to approve that.
It's just something we approve annually, correct?
Yeah, unless you want to permit the building back in there.
Come get it.
Remember it every year.
Is there a motion on that item? Or any other questions? Let me start by saying that. Is there any other questions? If not, is there a motion? Item C.
Make a motion to approve the renewal of the sublease agreement.
Second that motion.
Motion and a second. Teresa?
Howard?
Yes.
Chester?
Yes.
Smalley?
Yes.
Hill?
Yes.
Bashford?
Yes.
Motion passes 5-0. Item 6 is act of adjournment.
I make a motion we adjourn.
Second.
Tracy, that was it.
Howard?
Yes.
Chester?
Yes.
Smalley?
Yes.
Hill?
Yes.
Bashford?
Motion passes
Now, let's go more vaccinated. Can I walk in? Girls? Not just now. I think on Saturday.
All right, now, oh, you, me? Oh, I got second no matter what. I'm gonna roll right to you. Oh, that's great. I think we can double her up. Yeah. We were two people short. That's Fred, I caught him.